Hello, this is Nia with the Rainbow Cauldron, and this is your full moon reading. The full moon was yesterday, the 16th of March, so this is a touch late. I apologize for that. I have my son here. Seamus, say hi.
Hi.
And after this video, I am going to make a vlog video to talk about all that's been going on with us and why these videos have been so come and go lately and what's all been going on. And so yeah, and right now I don't have my normal altar cloth for full moon readings, but I do have something that's pretty darn cool. Just got the incense on me. Um, this is a altar cloth that I'm currently making. Oh, got some incense right there. And I embroidered the this Ouija board on there, which I think is pretty awesome. And I think I'm going to put some other embroideries all around it. And this right here, this white thing that's sticking over here that might be distracting for you, I apologize if it is. This is my sewing machine. The camera is in a different place than it normally is because we've pretty much got most of our stuff packed and getting ready for our big move. So I've kind of had to reposition where everything's at and try to keep it so things are still facing the camera. But the sewing machine is sort of in the way, so I apologize if that bugs you. And I don't have all my normal full moon reading accessories. Like normally I have the amethyst geode right here in the middle that I have stones on top of, and off on the side I usually have the incense. But right now I have this big selenite, which is in my travel altar, which I will go over in my next video, the vlogging video. And I also have my little travel incense here. This is lavender and a little travel incense holder. So there you go. And all right, so let's get this reading started. Let me get the incense off there. Okay, so starting right here will be the energies from the full moon, and since the full moon was yesterday, this card will kind of have some passing energies as we move on. It's still relevant, but it's you know, we're a day into it, so it might be something that's current right now and sort of in a passing uh, situation. And then as we move over here, they're going to have two cards here, and then right here, the bottom card will be from the new moon, and it will go all the way up back over here to start the next full moon. Okay, so, and Seamus is here to help me, right?
Right.
Okay, so the first card is the Seven of Pentacles, and we got this in the weekly reading. Okay, you want to put these? You want to show the cards to the camera? Be careful about the incense, okay? Okay, so the next card is
Three of Pentacles.
Three of Pentacles. It's hard to situate. There we go. Three of Pentacles. Okay, let's put that one right here. Next one. What's that card, Seamus?
The Fool.
The Fool. Okay, and we put that right here. And the next card is
Six of Swords.
Six of Swords. Put that right there. Next card is
Two of Rods.
Two of Rods. Good job, Seamus. And I'll set it down. And finally, we have
Strength.
Strength. Okay, so we'll put that right there. Okay, so starting off with the Seven of Pentacles, as I said, we got this card in the weekly reading that I had just done. That should be up now. And what do you think this is telling us, Seamus? Let me put it here so they can see too.
Someone is is checking their plants.
Sort of. See how he's kind of done a lot of his hard work by planting all these pentacles, all these coins. He's kind of done the hard work, and now he's kind of sitting back and he's looking at his progress. He's looking at the work he's done. Um, there's a feeling of being satisfied with what he's done so far and just needing to sit back and take a little break for a while. And you notice over here that he's got some more pentacles that he needs to plant, right? So he still has work to do, but it's a time where he's sitting back, relaxing, and checking on his progress, right? Is that kind of what you feel from it, Seamus?
Yeah.
Okay. And we move on to the Three of Pentacles. How do you think this one is? Let me show them at home. How do you think this one is relates to the Seven of Pentacles?
Because they're both have hard work to do.
Yeah, that's right. He is taking a break from his hard work. He still has a little bit more to go, but he's sitting back and looking at his progress. And this person, it looks like he's almost done. He's just kind of putting the finishing touches on things, right? He's putting that top pentacle in its spot where it belongs, kind of touching up on the details, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting because normally in the traditional deck, the Three of Pentacles has more than one person in it. It actually has a couple people in there, usually three, I think. And one person is sort of doing the hard work, lifting the pentacle up there, and the other two people are sort of monitoring him, supervising, maybe giving him opinions and stuff. But in this card, we only have the one person. So I feel like this is really saying that it's not so much a getting opinions as it is you're putting your own opinions in this and putting your own touch to it, your own finishing touches on things, and that's what I get from that. So. Taking a break from hard work with a little bit more work to do, putting some final touches, polishing things up, putting the last few details on there. And then with the Fool is really talking about um, uh, kind of enthusiastically embarking on a new beginning and confidence, maybe even too much confidence. In um and leaving and I I always notice rocks in tarot readings, and rocks symbolize stability to me, and here I see him kind of leaving these rocks, leaving this stability for something, for greener pastures, because here we see all the greenery behind him, this wide open field. And it's something he's very happy about. He's very excited for, but it's sort of it's less stable than where he's coming from, if that makes sense. It's a sense that he's leaving behind something that's established for something that has a bit of an unknown outcome, but something that could very well be a lot better than that would provide more happiness, than than the situation he's currently in. So that's what I get with the Fool here. Next card. What's this next card, Seamus?
Six of Swords.
Six of Swords. So what do you think the Six of Swords is telling us? Let me show the people here. Guy on a boat, being pedaled by another person, and they're venturing out into the waters. And it looks like it's probably cloudy and maybe chilly there, kind of cold. So what do you think this is telling you, Seamus?
Being cold and only a raft.
You know, that's you picking up on the raft. That's pretty interesting because I actually did not pick up on the raft. So that's a pretty cool uh, thing to think of here. Um, let's not sit over there, Seamus. Come here, sit right here. Um, sorry. Um, and what so that's kind of an interesting thing to notice here, Seamus, noticing the raft, because it is less stable than a boat or something like that, isn't it? So it's here with the Fool, we have someone leaving a stable situation and being very thrilled about it, very happy, very ready to move on, ready for those greener pastures, even though they're kind of an unknown world. Here we have someone venturing out into open waters, uh, uh, leaving behind that stability from the Fool here, and kind of the a little bit of that fear is setting in. Is kind of what I get from this, and it's transitioning. Um, it's a transition and leaving behind the stability and into open waters, but it's something that's necessary, and the fear or nervousness of that is starting to set in around this time, around the new moon. Okay, so the next card is, what is it, Seamus?
Two of rods.
Two of rods, or the two of wands in traditional decks. So what do you think this is telling you here? Look at this.
He's setting up something for people to be safe.
Oh, so you know what? I totally had a different interpretation of that, but that's a really interesting way of looking at this. Because, you know, the Two of Rods usually is about looking to the future and looking at future possibilities. And usually it's a little bit more of a positive card, but in this deck, this guy, he seems to be pretty stressed out and worried about these future decisions. But it's interesting that that you view this as him kind of being tired from setting things up to to help people. That's an interesting way to look at that, Seamus. So so to keep people safe, and and it kind of makes me think of the Gita card that we got for the weekly reading for March 17th through the 22nd. The card there had to do with taking on a leadership role and being heroic and selfless and generous and caring about other people, even if it might cause harm or stress or negativity for yourself. And your interpretation, Seamus, makes me think of that card. Your interpretation of this card makes me think of that card. So that's really interesting. I like it when you do tarot readings with me. It makes me see some things that I didn't even see. Okay, and the final card. So here, my interpretation was, well, both of us kind of saw that he's kind of weary, tired, stressed. My interpretation was he's looking at future possibilities, future choices, and yours was that he's been helping other people and he's kind of he needs a break from that, right?
Right.
And the final card is, what is it?
Strength.
Strength. And can you stand up? Thank you. And I want to point out with this deck, probably the only thing that I don't really care for with this deck is that they have strength as number 11 instead of number 8, which is just what I prefer it to be. Some decks have strength as 8 and justice as 11, and some decks have them reversed. And this one has them reversed. And for some people that doesn't really matter. For me, I prefer strength to be 8. It makes more sense because I think of an 8 being two balls, basically, one on top of the other, which requires strength and stability. And justice is 11, which is, two ones, not in Roman numerals, but two ones, and I kind of see that as balance. So that's why I kind of like 11 as justice and 8 as strength. But that's not the point here. The point here is that we have strength, the card, which represents, well, quite frankly, having strength, right?
Right.
Strength and courage, that's represented by the animal. Usually it's like a lion or tiger, not a bear, oh my, but come here, Seamus. So what do you think this card is telling you? Come here, other than strength, like, and how do you think it relates to the rest of the cards? Come here. Look at, maybe her facial expressions, the colors, the things around her, the animal. What do you think? Does she have control over that animal?
Yes,
Yes. How does she have control over the animal?
she has a chain.
Yeah, see that she's got the chain around the animal. So she controls this rather vicious animal. Does she look scared?
No.
No, she doesn't look scared at all. She actually looks very calm, cool, collected, um, and it looks like she has a lot of patience, right? Do you think she cares about this animal?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. I think she's showing a lot of compassion in her facial expressions. That's one thing with this deck that's really awesome. Um, the artist really focused on faces. So I really look a lot at the facial expressions of the people in this deck. And she is very calm and collected and um, she's calmly moving forward. And I think that is very relevant to these two cards where here we're enthusiastically ready to move on our new journey. Here the fear and worry is starting to set in. We're starting to feel unstable, like you said, Seamus, with the just riding on a raft instead of something more stable. And here is a sense of feeling stressed and worried, possibly from thinking about decisions that need to be made in the future. And here we've gathered that we've collected ourselves, and this is a scary situation. This is a scary animal, but we do have control over it, and we're starting to realize that we have that control, and we're ready to move forward in a calm, um, courageous, and way, and to show strength for this new venture. So there we go. That's our reading for today. Thank you so much.